It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Now, I gotta say, this video here brings me no joy to be making. If you've been here for any amount of time, you should know that I'm a huge advocate for artists, even bigger advocate for independent artists. And one element that we talk about quite a bit on this show is the live performance. It's one of the lifebloods of the music business. It's one of the primary ways that artists are able to make money in the music industry. It's one of the primary ways that artists can go out and actually engage with fans, create new fans by getting out in front of people that you may not know. And there's definitely a sacred art to performance that I feel should not be violated, right? Well, unfortunately, for an upcoming artist out in Dallas, from Dallas, by the way, Miss Jada Arnell Thomas, she was recently performing, and in the midst of her doing her performance, signing autographs on stage and taking in the love while sharing her art and her passion for music, unfortunately, she was fired upon. And when I say fired upon, I mean she was literally shot while on stage. And this is something that I just had to talk about, because although I don't know who she is, y'all may not know who she is. This is a big fucking deal. All right. I have an old friend, and I used to talk to this person about the exact prospect of this happening. Like, man, you are so vulnerable up on stage. You're up there performing. You're pouring your heart out. You know, these songs that you put everything into, you talk about life experiences. You could, little do you know, the stuff that you're performing and talking about could be edifying somebody else and just speaking their whole existence without you ever knowing them. Like, there's definitely a spiritual exchange that goes on with music and artists and the fans. Like, there's definitely an exchange that goes there. And when somebody comes out and violates that, it's a very sore spot for me. And again, we used to talk about, like, bro, what happens when you go up on stage and you do that and you're in the most vulnerable position? You're standing right in the center. You're a target, easy target. You know what I mean? We've seen artists get hit with cell phones in the head, black eyes. We've seen artists get all types of shit thrown at them. You know, it's become a trend in the last couple of years. Of course, Miss Jada's not the first person to be shot on stage. But anytime that it happens, it's always a moment that just brings a stall for me, because it's like, bruh, I would love to get back out and get on stage, you know what I'm saying, and perform my music for people. But stuff like this makes you like, damn, bruh, where do you go from here, right? So let's get into the actual story. All right, according to NBC News, they say a Dallas singer has been hospitalized after she was shot on stage following a performance Saturday with the Black Academy of Arts and Letters in downtown Dallas. All right. So off rip, she's performing with an organization that's honoring an Academy of Arts. Right. So this is definitely not a place where you would expect violence. Jada Arnell Thomas, 26, was signing autographs on stage when a woman in the crowd shot her, witnesses told NBC DFW. Thomas was transported to a local hospital by Dallas Fire Rescue and is reported to be in stable condition, the Dallas Police Department told NBC News. Officers arrested Michael Williams, also 26 years old, and said that a handgun was recovered. Williams was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and was transported to the Dallas County Jail. They say police did not reveal a motive, and it is unclear if the two knew each other. The investigation is ongoing. The Black Academy of Arts and Letters founder and president Curtis King, not to be confused with the Curtis King that we all know and love here on YouTube, they confirmed that Thomas was going to be okay in a social media post on Sunday. I'll go ahead and pull that post up. As you can see here, it states, "Life is a sudden and mysterious puzzle. Thank you, Big Papa, aka Mr. King, for always supporting us and giving us a safe place to work," were Jada Arnell's words during the talkback at yesterday's 3 p.m. matinee performance at TBAAL. Little did any of us know that a few minutes later, this safe haven for Dallas citizens, artists, and patrons will be shattered by a person whose motives were clearly different from anything any of us could have fathomed or imagined. A wonderful performance by three remarkable women, artists, singers, entertainers, actors, etc., who wrote their own material, selected the music, and did the vocal arrangements collaboratively for this show's 2-week run, is a magnificent testament to their genius and talent. While it is eerie to know that we now live in the kind of world with people who seem to be bent on doing harm to other people, many times for no apparent and sensible reason, many of you now know what happened yesterday with the shooting at TBAAL. Many of you already know that it was Jade Thomas who was shot. Many of you have called and asked if it's anything you can do. It is just keep praying. It's the most powerful weapon we have, and it does work. She's going to be okay. Also, pray for her mom, dad, and the rest of her family. Pray for all of us that have been blessed by Jada's music and ministry and will continue to do so. So stand by. There's more work to come from Jada Arnell. She's courageously strong, resilient, and a devout child of God. Much love to all. Curtis King. Okay? So that's a direct statement from the founder of this organization who Miss Jada and the other participants were all performing, for. I think it's very unfortunate. I mean, it's heart-wrenching, to get up there and say thank you for providing a safe space for us to perform and do our art and express ourselves. And in the midst of that so-called safe space, you find out that it's not. Like, that's fucked up, man. And this is Micah Williams, the person that's been arrested and charged. I guess we'll see what comes next. But this is the person. This is the shooter. I don't know what this young lady's problem was, what she was going through, what her issue was with Miss Jada, or if she was just firing at anyone that was, enjoying themselves on stage. Maybe this woman is mentally not right, mentally ill. I don't know if she had a grudge with somebody personally up there. Again, we don't know what the motive is at this time. But ma'am, you deserve to be getting your ass whooped all the way through to jail. I don't give no fucks. And I hope that this is a lesson for TBAAL to create stricter guidelines for people that are coming into your events. I'm sure you never thought that anyone would want to come into your event with a firearm and fire upon somebody that's entertaining, but definitely going to have to ramp up the security because we can't keep having shit like this happen. Like, it's amazing that this young lady pulled through. She's alive. She's, in stable condition. But it should have never happened, right? Moving forward, they say, while she was still performing Saturday, King wrote that Thomas had thanked him for always supporting and giving us a safe place to work. Moments later, gunshots rang out. It was a packed house. People were in line getting autographs, and we heard this shot, King told NBC DFW. King says it was unreal. It was like everything was in slow motion. He told the outlet that staff followed the suspected shooter outside and called 911, and officers found her in the lobby of a nearby hotel. Okay. In a separate social media post, Curtis King did post that the organization will implement a set of enhanced safety measures for their events going forward, including decreasing the number of entry points to focus on preventing weapons from entering their spaces. For 48 years, TBAAL has proudly maintained a tradition of safe, family-oriented events and a welcoming environment. We affirm that our patrons are upstanding citizens who share our commitment to a safe, positive environment for all. As we continue forward, our mission to enrich the community through arts remains unwavering. TBAAL is a multidisciplinary arts institution that strives to create and enhance an awareness and understanding of artistic, cultural, and aesthetic differences, utilizing the framework of African, African American, and Caribbean arts and letters, according to the organization's mission statement. From here, I will be showing you all some footage from the actual news where they covered this story, and then we'll be wrapping up shortly thereafter, all right? So let's go ahead and keep this thing going.
I do. Jada Arnell Thomas is no stranger to the Black Academy of Arts and Letters in downtown Dallas. As an artist, she's had a relationship with the institution's founder, Curtis King, for years. This is video of Thomas during a shoot with NBC5 at the facility in 2020.
She came to this theater when she was 10. Her parents brought her here.
On Saturday, just before 6 p.m., Thomas was shot inside the very place she'd grown up as a performer.
She says, Big Papa, a.k.a. Mr. King, thank you for providing a, quote, safe space for us to be able to have a platform to perform as young artists, etc., etc. And then 5-10 minutes later, here she is on the floor. She's saying, she shot me.
According to this affidavit, witnesses say Thomas was signing autographs on stage following a performance with two friends and co-stars. That's when a woman from the crowd shot her in the chest. Dallas police responded and tell us Thompson was transported to a nearby hospital in stable condition.
It's like a movie in slow motion. The person that did it kind of went out the door. So I said, which way did she go? I said, follow that girl, follow that girl. Follow that girl.
Police arrested 26-year-old Micah Williams, not far from the scene of the shooting. She's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. In a letter to patrons and supporters, King says enhanced safety measures are now in place, including additional screening and closing points of entry into the facility. As for Jada Arnell Thomas, King told us Monday evening she wasn't awake at the time, but is still in stable condition.
She's remarkably courageous and resilient. It may take a minute, but she'll bounce back.
Is one. In Dallas, Candace Sweat, NBC5.
All right. So I just want to go ahead and take a moment to extend love, respect, prayers, condolences, and not condolences as in death, but condolences as in just love and respect to Jada. Her family, her friends, her loved ones. And I hope that she pulls through this. They say she's in stable condition. I hope that she's able to recover fully, even stronger than before, that she's able to get back out there and perform when she's ready. Because outside of just the physical health element of it, this is a traumatic experience. You're going out there and, again, expressing your art and your love of music and being vulnerable to sing about, whether that be love, whether that be God, whether that be anything. You're putting yourself on the line. And in those moments, the last thing you're expecting is somebody to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a traumatic thing. That's enhanced paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Every time you get out on stage, you got to be worried about looking around and seeing what somebody's going to be trying to do. So hopefully she's able to eventually get out there and perform again and get back to what she loves. And I hope that, being that this is a story that is circulating across social media and different viral channels and et cetera, I hope that somebody within the music industry is willing to come out and take a chance and give her an opportunity to elevate her life beyond what it was that she was doing. I mean, she literally basically put her life on the line, as we all do. But most of us will never encounter what it is that she had. So I'm hoping that opportunity is bestowed upon her to enhance her career to another level. Because this shit here, boy, this ain't the wave. And Micah, I wish the worst upon you. I'm sorry. All right. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.